If you really think about it, capitalism is everywhere you go, even in the places where you think it isn't, like communist China. It's there. And on the same token, Miku is everywhere you go. She's on my shelf, she's in my Wi-Fi, she's inside my Google Meta glasses, which this video is sponsored by. Of course, it isn't. But I'm sure if I said I was, you guys wouldn't have any trouble believing me. Because no matter where we go, we are bombarded by advertisements. Anyways, I'm sure capitalism isn't that bad. Like all things, it has its positives and negatives. One of its positives is that it's probably the most effective economic system. One of its negatives is the systematic oppression of the lower middle classes which takes place under capitalism. But how could Miku, the best thing since sliced bread, represent something so sinister? Well, you see, Miku perfectly represents the exploitation faced by capitalism, and she also represents some of the good things. Before Hatsune Miku, voice banks like Kaido and Miko weren't regarded as virtual idols. In fact, they didn't have any defining traits like Miku did, which attributed to their original failure. But when Krypton launched Miku in 2007, they advertised her as a virtual idol. Now the idol industry is one of the failures of capitalism, as especially in Japan, young women are being exploited by the entertainment industry to serve as tools to pacify the working class. And they do this by feigning purity, when their purity has been ruined by the same people who try to promote this said purity. But Miku as a virtual idol is different. She's genuinely pure, so she can't be physically exploited by the entertainment industry. She's the product of the free market, and an iconic one at that. As both a voice bank and a character, she serves as such an amazing tool for some of the best creative works ever, which has made her loved by everyone. And the best part about this is that she didn't even need incessant propaganda to do so. I can't say the same thing about the dictators of Cold War communist regimes like Stalin and Mao Zedong, who tried to make themselves larger-than-life figures by force-feeding propaganda down the throats of the proletariat to garner feelings of love and adoration towards them. And while in capitalism, we see similar propaganda and love-bombing tools for figures like Donald Trump, the working class can use Miku as a tool for resistance against totalitarian regimes. She can represent the opposite ideology. Miku can say yes to trans rights. She can say no to climate change, and most importantly, in a communist regime, a figure like Miku would have never appeared because of the freedom she gives to the working class. And while I'm sure you've heard the saying, communism is good in theory, almost every time a communist regime has appeared, it's become a totalitarian regime, which has altered the perception of communism, where all totalitarian rule is generally declared to be communist rule. And the main ideological opposite of communism is capitalism, and since Miku opposes totalitarianism, she's on the side of the capitalists. And while in communist regimes, statues of Stalin or motifs sitting around the streets, they're meant to be exclusively public property to create the illusion of communism. Statues of Miku or figures that which depict her likeness are available to everyone, except they're not affordable to everyone. That's because of the shortcomings of capitalism. And because of the success of these figures and other similar commercial ventures of Miku has unfortunately led to the further exploitation of her likeness. While Miku was originally created as a characterized voice synthesizer who shone a light of hope onto the idol community, like all good things in capitalism, Miku is milked for monetary gain. An example of this is from recent Miku expos. Casts have been caught by entertainment companies running the joints because they use screens for Miku to perform on instead of the holograms which Vocaloid concerts are synonymous with, which shows that in capitalism, despite the idea of the free market, you can have anything you want in capitalism, but you actually can't get shit. Aside from, an overpriced Miku computer and about 500 different figures and plushies of her. And obviously this video doesn't detract from my love for Miku. It's probably my favourite thing in my entire life. So